So I'm going to show you how I use AI to create this viral village cooking vlog that you're currently watching on the screen. I'm sure you might have come across one of these videos on your page and you see how people interact with these videos. They are videos that easily go viral and it is not difficult to create this type of video. So I'm going to show you how I use AI to create this type of videos, because I'm also using this type of videos to grow some of my social media pages and it's really working. So in today's video, I'm going to show you the entire workflow of this video. But before we get started, this is what you should be expecting at the end of this video. Great, so I hope you like the video you just watched. Now let me take you through the entire process step by step. So the first thing that you need to do if you want to create this type of video is to come out with an idea. I want to advise you to just go to ChatGPT and say, hey, ChatGPT to give you the idea or something like that. This is where creativity comes in for your own or for your workflow to be different from others. Okay, so what I did was to scan through or analyze how I want the video to be first before I went to ChatGPT. So now this is the first prompt I gave ChatGPT. I want to create a village cooking video of me cutting goat meat into pieces to prepare goat soup. Plan the activities for me. Now you can see ChatGPT has given me 15 scenes. So what I did was to go through the entire scene to see whether I am okay with all the activities ChatGPT has given me. But from the look of things, I didn't see certain things that I am looking for in the activities or in the scene. So I went ahead and asked ChatGPT with this prompt. I want a scene where I will add blended tomatoes, chopped onions, some green leaf and other meat. So now ChatGPT has to update the prompt to add that scene for me. Like I've been saying all the time, this is AI. So always treat this AI as a tool. Whenever it gives you something that you're not comfortable or you don't like or is not up to your expectation, go in with the next prompt so you get satisfied with the results you are looking for. So now the next thing I did was to ask ChatGPT to generate image prompt for each of the scenes for me. So now this is a prompt I give ChatGPT. Generate image prompt for all the scenes for me. I want to wear simple Ankara top and 3/4 sneaker with a sneaker. Remember, this is a village vlog that I am creating, so I want my appearance and everything to look like someone in the village. So that was why I specified the type of dress that I want to wear. Now you can see ChatGPT has given me all the image prompt for all the scenes that I requested for. At this point, you can go ahead and start generating your images. So to generate your images, we are going to use Nano Banana. So copy your first prompt like this, and then go to your browser and type AI Studio Nano Banana. Just attach the Nano Banana. We're going to choose this option, the Google AI Studio, like this. Now we are going to use Nano Banana to generate our images. So bring your cursor here where we have Try Gemini 3, Flash here. Then scroll down and click on Explore Nano Banana Pro like this. Tap on it. Now with this Nano Banana Pro, you will have to enter a billing address or enter an API key before you can be able to access it. Because we don't have the API key, all we are going to do is to bring our cursor to the top again and click on Nano Banana Pro like this. When you tap on it, you're going to see two options here. We are going to see Nano Banana Pro New and then Nano Banana. We are going to choose the Nano Banana option to use to generate our images. Now that we are using the free version of Nano Banana, we are going to click on the plus sign here like this to import our image. Okay, so we're going to import an image into Nano Banana. Click on the upload files button and select your image. So we're going to import this image to Nano Banana. Click on the open button and import it. So now the next thing you're going to do is to delete the auto prompt here, and then go to ChatGPT and copy the first prompt like this. Then we're going to go back to AI Studio and paste our first prompt here like this. Now hit on the run button to generate your first image. Okay, so this is the image. Per the version we are using, I think this one is fine. We can manage it like that. Okay, so if you like the image, you can go ahead and click on the download button at the top here to download the image to your device. Now let's go back and copy the second prompt. This is a second image prompt. We're going to copy it like this. Okay, Then we go back to AI Studio. We are going to continue in this same chart. Just click on the paste button and then click on the run button. It's going to duplicate the previous image for us, doing different activity or performing different activity. So let's see. So now you can see it's now performing different activities. So this one method you can follow to generate all your images, but I'm going to show you another way that you can generate your images for your video, and that is by using ChatGPT. So here what I did was to click on the add file button or the attach file button here like this, and click on add photos, and then selected my photo from my device, and I uploaded that image on ChatGPT. And I asked ChatGPT, use my reference image, make her beautiful, to generate the image for scene 1, okay, in 9:16 aspect ratio. So you can see ChatGPT picked the scene 1 image prompt to generate the first image for me. So this is what ChatGPT also provided me, and I think I like the image ChatGPT provided for me, so I decided to stick with ChatGPT. So I followed the same procedure to generate the rest of my images. So here I realized the image doesn't look exactly like me, so what I did was to ask ChatGPT to let her face look exactly like the reference image, and ChatGPT worked on the image, and you can see it is now looking like me. Okay, so I kept repeating the same prompt over and over to generate the image for all my scenes. Okay, you can check the pinned comment or the description section of this video to pick all the prompts and also use for your video generation. Now, like I've been saying, this is AI, so anytime the AI doesn't add anything to it and you feel like you need that scene, you can ask the AI or you can ask ChatGPT to add that scene for you. So you can see here, ask ChatGPT to use my reference image to generate the image of a scene where I am fetching the goat soup with meat, pouring it into a big bowl. And I also asked ChatGPT to use my reference image to generate an image of me pounding fufu. So you can see ChatGPT provided this image for me where I am pounding fufu, and then this is the second image where I am fetching the goat soup onto the fufu. Okay, so for this particular scene, ChatGPT didn't provide. I decided to add it to the scene to make my video attractive and beautiful. Alright, so this is what I did to generate the images for all my scenes. Now the next thing I did was to ask ChatGPT to give me video activities. So this is a prompt I use. Now give me all the video activities for all the scenes based on the images we have generated, so that I can use it to convert the images to video in Grok. Okay, so if you know the kind of video generator that you want to use, you can also be specific with the prompt so that ChatGPT will know the kind of video prompt to give you. So you can see ChatGPT gave me this video prompt. Then I went ahead to start generating my video. So to generate your video, open your browser like this, and then enter Grok AI in your search bar, and then choose the first link like this. You can also access Grok on Play Store if you are not using the laptop. So on Grok, come to this section where we have Imagine and click on the Imagine button. Now bring your cursor to the down here and click on the attach button like this, and then click upload a file to upload the image that you want to convert into a video. So click on it like this and then select the image. So assuming this is the image you want to use, you tap on it like this and enter your video prompt here. So I'm going to copy my video prompt, my first video prompt ChatGPT provided for me, and enter it in Grok. Right click inside this box and click on the paste button, and then hit on the generate button to generate your video. So you can see her first gesture wasn't nice at all, and it looked weird. So you can either cut that aspect off when you're editing, or you can regenerate the video. So we are going to leave it like that and hit on the download button to download this video to our device. Now let me take you through the entire video that I generated. So this is one of the scenes I generated, and you can see when I started or I generated this scene, it was very slow. The video wasn't looking nice at all. So what I did was to go back to ChatGPT with a feedback of the prompt ChatGPT provided. So this is what I said: the videos are very slow. I want the scene to be packed with many activities, not just one. For example, scene 7 can have pouring of different things to the meat. Scene 8 can be chopping of onions, ginger, garlic leaves, and other leaves, and scene 9 and 10 activities can be merged together. And I added other details to this prompt so that ChatGPT can be able to give me something that looks more natural. So you can see ChatGPT has updated the video prompt, and that is exactly what I use to generate all my videos. Then the next thing I did was to use the rest of the video prompt ChatGPT provided to generate all my video clips. So you can see I have this video clip and also have this video clip like this. Okay, so this is the scene 7 or 8 I was talking about, where she poured in some chopped onion and some garlic and the rest. Okay, now after I finished generating all my video clips, I also generated this part where I was fetching the goat soup onto my fufu. Okay, but I needed to continue the flow of this scene. So what I did was to pause the video to the last part here, and I pause the video. At this point, you are going to right click on the video like this and click on copy video frame. So that's what I did. Then you click on the back button like this, then right click inside the prompt section and then paste the last frame you copied. Okay, so in this case it's going to continue the activity, or it's going to continue the video from here to the last part. So here, assuming I want her to do something, we have already generated it. So assuming I want her to carry the food to the table, what I'm going to say that she carried the food in the bowl and walked to the table, and she put the food on the table and started eating. Sometimes when you're generating your videos, you need to repeat certain words for the AI to understand. That's why you can see some repetitions of words here. So I'm going to click on the generate button for you to see what I'm talking about. All right, so you can see, wow. Now we understand why I decided to cut or copy the last frame of that video, so that the video can be able to continue from where it stopped in the previous scene. So that was how I generated this particular scene from the last frame. Okay, now the next thing I did was to download all my video clips. So you click on the download button here to download all your video clips to your device. So after you finish generating all your video clips, the next thing you're going to do is to put everything together using any editing app of your choice. For this video, we are going to use CapCut. Let me take you through how I use CapCut to put all these video clips together. So open to CapCut and click on create project. Then click on the import button to import all the video clips you have generated. So these are all the video clips I generated. I'm going to copy everything. Pay attention here because I'm going to share some tricks with you to make your video look natural. I'm going to hit on the open button to import the video clips. Now we're going to add everything to our timeline. Just tap on it and then drop it on your timeline. Drop the video clips one after the other. So just tap on the video clip, drag the video and drop it on your timeline. I intentionally added this video clip because I want to show you something. You can see the beginning of this video is looking a bit weird. So what you're going to do is that you're going to play the video to a point where it will look more natural and split it. Okay, so let's do this. So this one, after this point is no good. You can see is the actual seriousness started from here. So what I'm going to do is to use my split button to split the scene into two. So you can see we have this side and this side. So what I'm going to do is to just click on the delete button to delete that aspect of the video to make your video look more natural. So now you can see that it's now starting the video from where she's just focusing on the meat. So let me play it for you to see how it looks. Okay, so that's one trick to make your video looks natural. Okay, don't just generate the images and then put everything together without doing all those cut and join. Okay, just take your time to go through that by splitting and joining some of the scenes together. Okay, so now there's a scene I also want to talk about. In case you generate a scene where the video looks slow, what you can do is that you can choose to recreate that video or to download that video and then increase the speed of that video using your editing app. So you can see for this particular scene, the pouring of the meat looks slow. Just select the video like this and then come to the top where we have speed. Tap on the speed and then increase the speed of the clip. Use a button here at the top here to increase the speed. So we're going to make it like 1.5 or 4. So I think 4 is okay. Now let's check the speed and see. This side still looks slow. So what you're going to do is to split that side. Now with the background music, I use Suno AI to generate the background music. So I've made a video on how to use Suno AI to generate music. That video will pop up after watching this video. You can go and click on it to learn how to use Suno to generate your background music or to generate music. Now with the introduction dancing video that you saw, I'm going to make a separate video on that, because if I add it to this particular video, it's going to be too lengthy. So I'm going to make a separate video on how I created that dancing video using only free AI tools. So now to add your music that you generated with Suno, you can click on the import button like this and then look for the music. So assuming this is the music, you tap on it like this and then click on the open button, tap and then drop it on your timeline like this. So make sure you trim the audio on the timeline to match your video clips. The next thing you need to do is to reduce the background music. Now anytime you add any background music or an audio to your file and you see this yellow bars at the top here, meaning that the sound is too loud, it has passed the normal hearing level, so you need to reduce it to be within the blue. Okay, so we're going to select the audio like this and then use the button at the top, the volume button at the top, to reduce the sound level till you don't see that red or the orange bars at the top again. Okay, now the next thing you need to do is to add your own finished touches. You can add effects if you want, you can add transitions if you want. Then you can go ahead and click on the export button to export the video to your device. Rename that video with the appropriate name. Then I'm going to choose the highest resolution available, that is 4K, and also maintain the MP4 and the 30 frame rate. Then hit on the export button to export my video to my device. Watch my previous video on how I created Bible animated video and also AI video for Faceless YouTube channel. Share your thoughts with me in the comment section. I'm going to see you in the next video. Bye.